Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy SalvationsElite, and we are back with another video, guys. And today, learn from the pros on Gridlock during the CWL Finals, CWL London Finals. It's 100 Thieves versus Eunited, and we're talking about control, man. We haven't really done a learn from the pros about control yet. I mean, it's good to finally do it. I know I'm probably way too late and behind on these, but we've been focusing on hardpoint a little bit, search and destroy with the learn from the pros this year. And so down the road, again, next year for MW4, I guess if that's the case, or whatever game it is, we can probably do it different ways or change things up. But again, today, I'm excited because we get to watch 100 Thieves, we get to watch United, and we get to talk about Call of Duty, baby. So let's do it. So right off the rip, I want to talk about the setup that 100 Thieves here uses to break A. So first of all, we're going to be talking a lot about 100 Thieves in this match because in these finals, 100 Thieves kind of dominated the control. It ends up being a 3-0, so there's more to talk about with 100 Thieves than there is about United. Like, we're gonna watch 100 Thieves and how they rotate well and how they set up on zones and things along those lines, and like how they use the baits and trades and the ARs to get that push into zones they need to make. And one of the most important things is to be able to understand when to not push a certain zone and rotate back to another zone, and that's important on offense and defense. Like whether or not you get stuffed at one zone, so now on offense you start pushing towards the other zone, or on defense you get destroyed on one zone, you just give it up and rotate back and try to defend the other zone. So that's what we're really going to look at in this video. So let's just talk about the setup that 100 Thieves uses right off the rip to help overtake A on offense. So here's the setup they're using. They basically have one sitting in front showers, they have two at the back showers, one watching the right side, one watching the left side of showers, and then they have one on tree, and they have one in that back entrance to the tree courtyard, and he's kind of sitting there watching that door with the guy who's on tree as well. And so they're all in a good position to help bait for each other and be able to trade the kills pretty effectively, and that's exactly what they do right off the rip. So I mean, this is a pretty basic setup for most teams heading into this A side, but a lot of teams, like even teams of 5 that you see playing, you know, maybe they're just playing together in ranked or playing GBs, this setup just works really well, and it's extremely effective for taking the showers and that A zone for control. And so I mean, it's definitely something that you and your team should consider using, and I highly recommend doing something very similar to this. So before we directly hop into the film, I just want to talk about control as a whole. So the beauty of control is that lives matter, and I mean obviously that's obvious, but like the strategy behind making those lives matter and not wasting them is what is so important in control. So the next thing is right after this original break at A, this is what makes 100 Thieves so successful in this first round, is their quick rotation over to B. And one thing that teams I think don't oftentimes think about, so for example, like the ability to actually start rotating to B before you actually finish capturing A. So here what we're going to see is that Enable actually starts rotating to B before 100 Thieves even captures A, before they even have all the kills in A, and that's what allows for 100 Thieves to get a quick rotation over to B and start getting ticks on it right away. So let's just watch that.
As they find a couple of kills, you can see they're just going to go through this hole. Well, the pressure's here. There's 4 players from United pushing on up, just trying to contest it. We saw this was a problem with 100 Thieves against Optic Gaming, where they would get off A. And basically, they would lose so many lives just trying to progress at this point.
Well, it's a guessing game sometimes. Do we spread the map? Do we leave 2 here? Do we try to get position in the rotation to B? Or do we just hold here, stack and finish it? And they take a bit of a gamble. The gamble appears to be paying off. One person trying to finish A. This is a huge one-on-one. It's Pristini going up against Priesta. If Pristini's able to win it. But now on the other side of things, you're close to getting your second tick. And look at the 18 control you already have from 100 Thieves. 2 points in. Octane, 200 points off streaks, and B is done. This has been a lethal opening attack from 100 Thieves.
So that's the thing. Priesta gets 1 kill over at A, which allows them to get almost the whole tick at A. They don't actually get all of it because Pristini ends up clutching and, you know, giving United a little bit of hope. But that early rotation from 100 Thieves over to B was the reason and the difference in this first round for why they were able to quickly win it and win it so easily. And those decisions in game are what make teams so successful at control, and why I personally really love control, and that's why I think it's better than capture the flag. I know I'm really pissing off a lot of these OG Call of Duty fans, but I personally really love control and the strategy that goes behind it and the effectiveness of playing together and the map awareness and things like that. Personally, just love it a lot. That's what makes it so successful for 100 Thieves in this first round. But let's just move on to the next thing now. So the next thing I wanted to talk on was specifically on Gridlock, how you back up and defend A. Like, so So in this situation, again, in this first round, now B gets taken by 100 Thieves, and Eunited decides that, okay, well, we just need to give that up and defend what we have left at A, which is definitely what you need to do. That makes sense. And what I really like what Eunited does is they actually kind of all cluster up into A and bunker down inside of A instead of trying to play in their spawn or playing, you know, kind of more towards B. So a lot of teams will oftentimes, it's not the worst strategy ever, but they'll kind of like wait outside of B, trying to play a corner, trying to catch, you know, somebody on the rotation in their spawn. But instead, United decides to play all together inside of that A area, which I think worked out really well. They don't win the gunfights as, you know, as well as they should, but regardless, the team play and the positioning is really good from United. So let's just watch it real quick so you can see what I mean.
That's why you don't see teams go for that retake too often, because they flood forward through the hole, and what happens, those guys that come off spawn, they immediately just go towards that B site. And Octane, we talked about his ICR. He just does it differently. I don't know what he does differently, but the guy puts up insane stats where we typically don't see it. Usually it's guys with that Maddox. And well, he's able to earn some streaks. A 6-1 start for him.
100 Thieves now building this attack. So much time to work with. That's huge for Eunited. You get a clear. It's 4 down. Octane, the last man up for 100 Thieves. He's peppering in shots. The re-challenge comes in, and he will end up dropping. So you get the 5-man clearance. You give yourself a bit of breathing room to now layer the map as you are just getting honed in on towards that A site.
So you see in both those instances how United is able to kind of bunch together, play together, and trade kills pretty effectively inside of A when they're playing like that. And I think that's usually generally a more effective strategy than trying to split up a little bit more, maybe send 2 kind of like on the outskirts of B trying to play those corners while you send 3 into A. You kind of all play closer together, which gives you more flexibility in case all of 100 Thieves decides to re-wrap back into their spawn or push all the way through. You just have more flexibility and, you know, power in numbers in those situations. So the next thing is actually a pretty cool moment when it comes to a listen in. We hear Simp kind of get a little pissed because he tries to beat down Kenny, he loses the gunfight or whatever, and he gets a little frustrated, and Clay calls him out for the negativity. Like, he basically says, yo, none of that, and, you know, trying to rebound the team. The end game leadership from Clay I thought was, you know, that's a good sign there for as a team, trying to put an end to negativity right away. I mean, I know personally, I think everyone is pretty susceptible to being negative. I know I am. When it comes, you know, things just aren't going your way, you're getting killed, it's not going well, you start getting negative, it affects the vibes of the whole team. The whole team starts losing a little bit of that edge that you need to be great. So let's just see what Clay has to say.
That's you. Let's go to pitch. Go to pitch.
Middle, he's middle. Octane middle. One shot middle.
Middle dead.
All right, we got
Back out. Yo, I'm just flanking.
Go top.
Kenny top.
We have to get our sogs.
He jumped out our back base.
Back door.
One shot.
You're fine. Yo, none of that. Let's go.
That's like sushi.
So the final thing for this video is the B zone. How do you attack it on offense? I know so many teams struggle with pushing this B side after they get A. So you know you win the original gunfights at A, you get it really quickly. All right, so now it's 20-20 or 24-22, whatever it is, live count, and you have all these lives to attack B. It's gonna be so easy, and then you literally cannot get in. Why 100 Thieves is gonna be so successful here, which we're gonna see, is because of the AR play from Octane. Octane sits top grandmas and just lays down cover fire onto both the headies so that Kenny and Priest are able to kind of sneak in and slide into the zone, which allows them to get those kills on the headies, get control, and that's where the game ends. So let's just watch it and then we can talk about it more.
Enable able to find 2. Slasher finds it. There's only a 2-kill deficit. Make it 3 as Enable. He starts to heat on up. But you have the streaks. Can Eunited survive? Taking a look at the top right. You have the Tempest on Pristini, Simp getting close to War Machine, Abizi with the Grass Slam, so they're going to have some tools and utility to work with. But they need to get them first.
The lightning strike comes in. It's 1 kill and a team kill for Octane. They've got him pushed back. Yeah, Priesta just locked inside of 18. A big one-on-one for him, and now a grab slam available. They can go for the jugular here and close it out. Will they do just that? He continues to try and finesse. around this central pillar. Just goes ahead, screw it. The grab slam in. 3 down for United. 4 down, 1 remaining. It's Clayster, and as he falls, so do the hopes of United this game 3. It's 100 Thieves.
So yeah, that was so successful for 100 Thieves. What I love about that is Kenny and Priesta's team play and their trades inside of the zone. So basically Kenny gets that kill, then Priesta, they know the guys inside of semi truck, so Priesta's sitting there watching it. He's definitely communicating with Kenny at that point, like, yo, I got you right, slide in, push him. And so then Kenny pushes him, gets the kill, and then 100 Thieves wins the match. So overall, 100 Thieves played amazing, absolutely deserved this game, definitely deserving. And I mean, overall, fantastic stuff from them. They're obviously really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Share the video if you guys really enjoy it. I really do appreciate it. Like I always say, I'm trying to do this a long term, and I cannot do that with you guys. So all the support goes a long ways. And the next video I'm pretty excited about, because you know how this whole like doing a tiers list trends kind of going around. We might just do a Call of Duty Pros tiers list video. So I'd be pretty excited about that. Create a little bit of drama, you know, and rank the pros. So again, as always, guys, I'm your boy SalvationsElite, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.